It's me, it's Jeremy, and I'm coming at y'all again today with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta. I have a lot on my mind. Now, listen, I said that I was not going to, be biased against Drew Sidora, but it's really, really hard. It's really, really hard to like Drew. I'm sorry. Drew is a weirdo. It's a specific category of weird chicks that I just am not able to vibe with that are on reality television. And Drew Sidora is in that bunch. I'm gonna tell y'all who my weird chick or weird bitch list, that's been on reality television is Brandy Maxfield from Basketball Wives of LA. She's very weird, very single black female-ish. Then there's Monique Samuels, the one who was so desperate for the love of Giselle and Robin that she completely embarrassed and demeaned herself and just lost everything. And now, she's pimping herself out on OWN network, And then the third is Drew Sidora. Drew, I just don't understand. You are an established, actor. It's not like that you don't have acting credits on your resume or things like that. You really do not have to give it up like this. Hey Harlem, like you really don't have to give it up like this, sis. You really, really don't. But I don't want to jump ahead of the review, so let's get it started here. So the episode opens up with Kenya Moore. Dang, I was ready to defend Monique, but you're right, child. Listen, you cannot defend Monique. Monique is indefensible. She can't be defended. Monique can't even defend herself. Anyway, hey, how you doing, Monique? But so the episode gets started off with us, like watching Kenya talk to her event planner because she's planning Brooklyn's birthday party. I think it's her third birthday party, and she's going all out, right? And I just want to say, I am so happy for Kenya. It is so. Oh, hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. Oops. Um, it is so refreshing to see Kenya in this new light and to see Kenya, full of happiness, so vibrant and so colorful. Like, I've always saw this part of Kenya, but I felt like nobody else was seeing it except, for Team Twirl. But I'm so happy to see it. But baby, listen, $15,000? When that lady said 10 to 15, I thought she was talking about people. I was shocked that this lady said $10 to $15,000. Ain't no damn way I'm paying $10 to $15,000 for a party that somebody is not going to remember. But then again, it's like she's always wanted a child, so I can understand her going all the way out. And it may not be for Brooklyn, it might be for her why she's doing this. It may be like a big memory for her to share this birthday with her daughter and to go all out, to have the pictures, to be able to, say like, here, this is what I did for you on your birthday. So I can understand it. But baby, $10,000 to $15,000 is a lot of damn money. For real. But you want to know, you got the hair care products, you got it all. So you got it, sis. You got the money to spare. So at the end of the day, who is my broke ass to tell you how to spend your damn money? At the end of the day, you got way more money than I probably ever have. But at the end of the day, I still stand by that $10,000 to $15,000 is a little bit too much for a 3-year-old's birthday party. But I digress. Y'all, I just love this new Kenya. I just love to see it. I'm really enjoying it. So the next scene that we go to is Sheree and Marlo meeting at the gym, right? And hey, Ellen. And basically, Sheree is there to help Marlo work out. It's a trainer there. And I guess this trainer has worked out with Marlo in the past, but let me tell you something. It probably wasn't that much. In ATL, bitches don't go to the gym. They go straight to the surgery table. So any type of fat, any type of rolls, they just get it sucked out. Ain't no crunches, ain't no lunges, ain't none of that stuff. We just go get diaper booties, by Dr. Curve. That's what they do down there in Atlanta. So it was no surprise to me that when Marlo came down there with this snatched body that she does have, she couldn't even do a damn workout because it's not natural. But at the end of the day, I don't want to body shame, but at the end of the day, y'all, so they sit down, right? And they are talking, and Marlo brings up the fact that Drew has been going around telling Candy and everybody else who would listen that her assistant has said that she has not paid him, and that's why Anthony stopped working with him, with her. And I have a lot of stuff I'm going to say about Anthony later on in the review, but I don't want to skip ahead, but I just think it's real motherfucking pathetic for a grown ass man to go around spreading gossip and canoodling in women's friendship circles, causing drama and ruckus. I don't like that. I don't know. Like, I just don't feel that just because you're gay, that gives you like some type of, free, will to go and do fuck shit to people. Like, that is not okay. And at this time in 2022, I thought gay men was tired of being purses. I thought gay men was tired of being treated like clutches and handbags. That's what I thought. But obviously Anthony has not got the memo, because this bitch is still living in 2008. We don't do this no more, Anthony. It ain't cute. It ain't, and I'm not gonna even go there with you yet. But anyway, Marlo is really opening up about her journey as like as a auntie mama, as a mom auntie, as a muntie. That's what she likes to call herself. That sounds really nasty. It sounds like a wedgie. Like, oh, I got a muntie. Let me pull that out. I don't like the way that sounds, Marlo. It's okay to just call yourself auntie. You don't have to call yourself a muntie. I don't like that. But anyway, like, so she wants to know, is there any chance that she could be spoiling her nephews because they came from humble beginnings, and Marlo is living very lavish. So she wants to know if she's raising them right. Sheree assures her that you are doing a good job. You are a good parent to those children, and you will treat them the way that they need to be treated, and you will teach them the lessons. At the end of the day, you're living lavish, Marlo, and they're just going to have to partake in that lifestyle with you. You can't be eating like, caviar and have them eating, Ritz crackers. It's like it's nothing that you can do anyway. All you can do is just try to make sure that like they are grounded by telling them, never forget where you're coming from, never forget where you're going, never forget, your beginning, how you got to where you are now. I can understand the worry because you don't want to raise no spoiled ass black men who are depending on women to take care of them, like 98% of the black men nowadays are doing. But you're doing a good job, Marlo. So just chill, sis. It's nothing to worry about. Just make sure they don't get too high and mighty. Put them in a place, and then just love and care for them and hold them accountable when they need to be held accountable. So it's not nothing much else but to do it. They old enough to where they know right from wrong. It's not like you're raising them, from being a baby all the way up until now. They're like three, if I'm not mistaken, three teenagers. So they'll be good, Marlo. At the end of the day, I think you're doing well, and I really like your addition onto the show. I think Marlo is doing a good damn job on this show, y'all. Marlo be having me fucking crying. But anyway, let's move on to the next scene. I know I'm moving fast, but that's honestly, y'all, because I have to watch Put a Ring on It, because I had to do a review with actually Aubrey and Alex today. So I'm trying to make sure I fit all of this in. So after I wrap this up, I'm gonna smoke my blunt, and then I'm gonna be doing a collaboration. But that's besides the point. So the next scene that we go to, y'all, is none other than Candy talking to her agent. And she's telling her agent how she wants the EGOT, meaning she wants the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. She says she already had the Grammy. So the only thing left is like, the Emmy, the Oscar, and the Tony. And she's getting ready to produce a Broadway play, and she has invited all the women and everything else like that. But she's also kind of complaining to the agent, because she's saying, you're booking me for so much, like I don't even have a time to breathe. And he's saying, well, baby, if you want the EGOT, then you're gonna have to do EGOT stuff. It ain't just gonna fall into your pocket. Do you know Do you know it's only a select few that has an EGOT? Like, if you're trying to do that, you're gonna have to put in overtime. You saw Beyonce has put in multiple entries into the Oscars and Tonys, and still has not gotten anything. So you're gonna have to put in some work. Okay, so that's what it entails. So Todd comes in, and y'all, I know y'all might not know this about me, but I have never been a big fan of Todd. I have never been a big fan of Todd. Todd, he just gives me bad energy. I just don't like him. Like, he's very unlikable to me, you know. Um, but that's beside the point. So he comes in, and the agent basically asks him, like, how do you feel about Candy doing a sex scene with a woman, because she's going to be doing the sex scene coming up, I think, on one of the shows or either the play that she's going to be in. And he says that it's okay as long as she don't do it with a man. And I'm like, well, she's acting, so if she has to, have a sex scene with a man, and that's just a sex scene with a man. I was like, it's like 150 people in the room. Are you that insecure about your manhood that you can't trust your wife to act out a scene? I was like, so you want her to pick, hey Mocha. So I was like, so you want her to pick her parts according to what you're okay with? Todd, you're a fucking clown. And you need your own business. So Todd is basically now venting about how he kind of feels left out. And my thing is this, Todd, like, her name is Candy Burris. This was her name before you got here. You cannot get mad because she's doing stuff without you. Like, are you resenting your girlfriend? Are you resenting your wife because she's successful? I'm confused. Because at the end of the day, Candy was going to be successful regardless if you were there or not. Like, for her to have to include you on every damn thing is completely ridiculous to me. It's completely ridiculous. And then to add insult into injury, she brings up that you have a show on the table called Socialize that you produce, that you didn't want her to executive produce it. All you offered her was to sing the theme song and write it. And then you talking about that you're surprised that she even feels some type of way, but you feel some type of way. So how you surprised that she feels some type of way when you feel some type of way? You have a lot of stuff on your own that's going on. So at the end of the day, nobody is sitting here making you, have to sit down while Candy is working. You could also work, and y'all stuff don't have to be intermingled in together. I don't believe that. Like, have your own fucking life, have your own fucking career. Like, y'all don't have to do every damn thing together. I can't be around people for too long. Like, if somebody just suffocating me, then I can't breathe. Like, you can have your own professional endeavors, and I'm gonna have my own professional endeavors. That doesn't mean that we're not gonna do any business together, but that means that we don't have to do everything together. It seems to me that Todd is a little bit jealous of Candy, and I guess my issue is that you marry and propose to Candy knowing that she was like this Grammy Award winning singer songwriter, and she's starting to get into acting, and then she was on this global show. Like, you already knew that she was a successful woman, so now you are deciding because she's more successful than you, and you don't like that everybody is pointing that out. But you should have made sure that you were mentally in a good place to that, so that stuff isn't even affecting you when you got with her, because it wasn't just going to disappear. Like, people are always going to say that you're mooching off of her, especially if Mama Joyce is always going to be in the picture. So you should have already had yourself a mental wall to block out that stuff. You can't take that out on Candy. That's not her fault. That's not her fault. And you can't get mad that Candy is worth more than you. She makes more than you. That she had all of this before she met you. So if you had an issue with a woman making more than you, then you shouldn't have even entertained her. It's just that easy. I don't like Todd, y'all. I haven't liked Todd ever since I saw that he had his daughter living in the hood. Meanwhile, he living in a damn mansion, and he's talking about he want his daughter to struggle. I don't understand why fucking people feel like the only way that black people should be successful is if they struggle. I don't like that. It defeats the whole purpose of generational wealth. It defeats the whole purpose. Our white counterparts ain't making they motherfucking kids suffer. I don't know if y'all ever watched this show called Z-Way. I was watching it last night while I was in the bed. It was in the middle of the night, I couldn't sleep. And it was like this segment after like in between the interviews, like when they take breaks, that she does these little skits. And one of them was called Black Pain. And it talks about how, Black women are always being burdened with all of this pain and, these standards, and they have to be resilient and have to push through and do all of this thing, do all of these things. And throughout the skit, stuff was falling on them. People was ripping their hair out, their babies was getting snatched out, they was having like 12 kids, they was suffering from chemical burns, and it was just like black pain. And that's exactly kind of what it gives me when I think about Todd and his daughter. It's like he wants her to go through all of this pain and this, struggle to make ends meet. Meanwhile, you have all of this access to all of these funds and dividends and revenues, and you're just leaving your daughter out there to basically do be out there by herself. And I think that's quite selfish. You're sitting here, you didn't have to fucking struggle. The only reason that you're in this situation right now is because of Candy. It's not because you worked so hard that you earned this mansion. You was just a camera guy on the show, and then you married Candy, and then you came up off of her talent and off of her ambition, and you flipped it into what you wanted to do. But you didn't have to work extremely hard to do that. So I don't understand why your daughter has to struggle and do all of this stuff. Like, you could give your daughter $150,000. That's nothing. You can give your daughter $150,000 to go to school. You have the money to do all of these things. Like, you have the money to give your daughter a better life, regardless if she is grown or not. I don't understand as to why you would not do that. I'm not about to go on Todd. I just don't like that nigga. I don't like Todd. Todd comes across to me as an opportunist. Todd comes across to me as a finesser, and I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 5 to 10 years he took Candy for half of everything that she got, because he's trying to make sure that he's on everything, that he got his name on everything. He want to make sure that he's attached to all of the stuff that she's doing. So therefore, whenever he leaves, he could be like, well, I helped you do this and I helped you do that. Most of the businesses and the revenue that you made was because of me. And like, he's gonna take Candy for all she worth, but hopefully they don't get no divorce. But something tells me that Todd is not to be trusted, and my gut never fails me. Too late, you already read him. Hey, J-Dub, how are you? That's Candy. It's Candy's money. It's Candy's money, and he's sitting here then you want to sit here and tell Candy how to spend money on her own daughter that she birthed, that was there before you. How you gonna tell her how to take care of her own children? Meanwhile, you ain't even the primary, the primary parent of your own daughter. It's giving clown to me. It's giving whack. It's giving bum. It's giving a lot, but none of it is giving money though, as far as your part goes, Todd. But it's besides the point. But I applaud you, I guess, for being able to express your emotions and your hateration on your wife's success. But Mary J. Blige said it best. Like, we don't want no hateration, holleration in this dancery. If you have bad energy, take that shit somewhere else, Todd. We trying to get the EGOT. We ain't got time to soothe your fragile male ego. Okay, if you feel so bad, then go out and do your own shit, and don't be bringing it up that she's not including you on anything. The same way you didn't want to include her because you had your own reasons, she has her own reasons why she don't want to include you on some shit. I do not like Todd. But anyway, let's move on to the next scene. Y'all, I just want to lay this out here. Rest in peace to Anthony, because I'm about to say some stuff. Anthony, you are the type of gay bitch that I've always tried to avoid. When I was out, when I'm intermingling with people, I always try to avoid bitches like you. Bitches who don't know how to keep their mouth closed, bitches who like to gossip, bitches who always like to be in drama and try to get attention. Like, it's really pathetic for you to come onto the show or after you've already started that drama between Jackie and Malaysia on Basketball Wives. It's so funny to me. It's so funny to me that he couldn't even get on Basketball Wives, y'all. They wouldn't even give him a cameo on there. But somehow he's finagled his way into Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I have nobody else but to blame Drew and him the hard ass wigs. Drew, I am highly disappointed in you for bringing this bitch onto the screen, because we do not like him. We don't like him. I like, and I despise everything about like the way that he's like, ooh, girl, because you know the Beyonce Giselle. No, I was like, do you have to? Hey, Mr. Meter Joe, do you have to? Do you have to be the stereotypical gay nigga that's always trying to be flamboyant and you know always trying to spread gossip and be in the middle of tea and being like spill that tea? Ooh, girl, ooh, honey, ooh, baby child. Like, do you have to? Like I thought we grew past this. I thought we learned our lesson. But obviously, Anthony wants some attention, so we're gonna give it to him. So, Anthony, listen, it's no room for bitches like you on this show who have nothing going on. What I see when I look at Anthony is a dirty ass nigga and that lives in Atlanta who probably sleeps on an air mattress, who goes around to all of the different clubs hoping that he's gonna run into Rashida or Candy or whoever he needs to run into to try to get his spot or try to get his shine. But let me tell you something, Anthony, you don't have the charisma, you don't have the personality, and you don't have the likability to be on this show. We don't like you. I don't care how many sassy zingers you try to put out there. We don't like you, Anthony. We don't like bitches who try to be in women's drama and then try to cause division and then try to cause it was if she didn't pay you, that's your damn business. It's no reason you should have brought that to the show. And Drew, you're a fucking clown. You're a fucking clown. See, I really did try to like you again. I really did. I really did. But you are a fucking clown. And I'm trying not to jump ahead, but Anthony, you a bum. You a bum. You sound like you have a mouthful of marbles. The famous Beyonce Giselle knows. Like, open your mouth. Speak clearly when you're talking to us. We do not like Anthony, Drew Sidora. Please stop bringing him on camera. We do not want to see this sassy ass, zesty ass, messy ass bitch. We do not want to see you. We don't want to see you, Anthony. Everything about you is dated. Everything about you was late, tired, through, delayed, and return to sender. We don't want it. We don't want it. And Drew, in this age, in this new day and age that we're living in, I thought you would know motherfucking better than to be bringing these gay ass, messy ass niggas onto Real Housewives of Atlanta to be messy and be like, a prop for you. We don't like that. We don't like that. We are actual people. They're actual people. And I'm tired of every single time a gay man is on TV is always depicted as them being messy or as them starting drama or as them, being in women's business. Not all of them are like that. But it just seems that that's the ones that y'all love to attach yourselves to. And I have an issue with that. That is not okay. I didn't like it when Nene did it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it when Kenya was doing it. And I don't like it when you do it. It's not all right. We're not your motherfucking accessories. You cannot go to Claire's and pick a gay nigga up off the clearance rack. That's not how it works, Drew. And if it was the case, then your wigs would have been better on season 1. You see, listen. See, I'm not gonna jump ahead. But basically, Drew is basically talking to Anthony. And she's basically telling Anthony, how she's glad that, Kenya and her on good terms. And I'm like, of course you and Kenya are on good terms because you don't have Portia follow behind. Portia's no longer here. You have no alliance and you by yourself. And Kenya would have been beating shit down your leg the whole season. Let's be real here. That's the only reason. And damn well you don't want to try her because you don't have Portia on your side. And you can't verbally go at it with Kenya yourself. Barely nobody on the show can go at it with Kenya. So at the end of the day, you made a strategic decision that bettered your situation on the show. It's not because you actually wanted to get to know her. Like you think that you're so smart, Drew, but you're not. You're so easily to be. We see right through. You see right through me. Like it's giving we see right through you, sis. You're not that girl. You're not, Drew. And it would be way more better for you on this show if you were just being yourself, being organic. I would hope, I would hope that this is not who you really are. I would hope that's not the case. Because you're a weird bitch, in my opinion. From what I've been seeing, you're weird. And you make me uncomfortable. You're very odd. You're weird. You're a beautiful woman, though. Bad built, but beautiful. But at the end of the day, what I've been seeing from you has been forced. It seems that everything that you do is stage. It seems that everything that you do is fake. I don't know what to believe in your storyline, and everything that you do just comes across as rehearsed. Like I can see you in the living room acting out all of the reads that you've been trying to delve out on the show. Like you've been trying to practice this shit with Anthony and like Anthony, is this good? Sheree, you don't pay your bills. Sheree, you don't pay nobody. And he's like, girl, that one is it. That one is it, girl. My good Judy. Girl. That's probably how it goes. And then you come on camera, spew out this bullshit that none of us wants to hear. Nobody cares about. Don't nobody gives a damn about Anthony. Bitch, I hope he never get a paycheck. I hope he don't never get that money back. I hope he don't never get that time back that he wasted. And I know damn well you're not paying him that much either because you ain't got no damn money, Drew. So how you paying him? Huh? We the people wants to know why Drew has an assistant, what he's assisting her with, and and how she's paying him and how much. I know it's not enough, and I know that the only reason that he's working for you is because you're putting him on the show. I know you're not paying him that much, and I know that you probably made a pact with him to keep him on the show as long as he feeds you gossip and feeds you tea to give these people. Drew, you talking about Sheree not being back on the next season, sis. You're probably not going to be back on the next season. I honestly don't understand why they brought you back, but then bring LaToya back. LaToya Ali should have came back for this season. LaToya Ali, I know that she started the season off last season on 10, but honestly, I do feel like by the end of the season, I liked her. And I felt that she started to understand how she was supposed to pace herself, but when it came to it, I don't think that Drew has it like that. She don't have it but I understand why they have Drew on the show because they couldn't find anybody who would degrade themselves, who would embarrass themselves, and who would be the butt of everybody's joke like Drew can be. So Drew, you're the joke and the punchline of the show. We laugh at you, Drew. We're not laughing with you. We laugh at you, sis. I'm letting you know that right now. We're laughing at you. And the fact that you want to start all of this shit with Sheree for no reason is very weird to me. This lady has not done anything to you. And I don't know why the fuck you want to start off with Sheree when she's been shifting wigs since 2006. But all right, I guess. Anyway, the next scene is let's move on from them two tired bitches. I don't have time for it. We'll get more into them as the review progresses, but let's move on. So the next scene that we have is we're at Sonya's house. Her husband just came back from Houston. He's restarting their I think a chauffeur business or something like that. And he's really happy to get back into the swing of things because everybody's business took a hit during COVID-19. Shit, I had to pause school. Shit, every place was shut down. I couldn't go to Mickey D's and get myself, like a couple. I couldn't get myself a nugget. Couldn't get myself a parfait, I couldn't get myself a damn thing, so yeah, COVID, I was out here shutting bitches down left and right, so I can definitely understand, but he's getting his stuff back together, the business is starting to be rebuilt from the ground up, and he's really happy about the pacing of how everything is going, and kudos to them, so yeah, I don't know, this episode wasn't really given to me. I mean, probably towards the end, but before, I really wasn't finding anything that really stood out for me, so let's move on to the next scene, I guess. So the next scene is the party. Y'all, we are already at the party. Can you believe that? It's only been 29 minutes. It really wasn't much to talk about. It really wasn't. I don't have much to talk about, but listen. So we at the party, we're all, getting situated, Kenya is talking to her daughter and she's like, we have like, the cake. She was like, oh yeah, mommy, let's make the cake. And she was like, baby, the cake is already made. She was like, yeah. I was like, I want a baby. I want to have my own daughter or my own son. I would love that. Maybe one day, I don't know, but it really warmed my heart. I just love to watch the interactions between Kenya and her daughter. It's just so refreshing to me. I'm so happy for you, Kenya. Congratulations again. Now, everybody walks in late as hell. Candy walks in with her excuses. And listen, Kenya stopped her right in her tracks. Candy was up there like, my bad. I guess the assistant marked me down for the wrong date. My bad. Kenya said, enough with your excuses. Let's just have a good time. She was like, well, oh, okay. Candy, you late all the time. Every time you have to be somewhere, Candy, you late. From your motherfucking actions, your assistant always gives you the wrong times. You late, sis. You're late. An hour late, and that's rude as hell. I don't like people being late. I cannot stand late people, y'all. I know that we are black people. We like to move on colored people time, but honestly, I do not like lateness. If we say that we're going to be somewhere, we say if you tell me that you're throwing something at such and such time, I'm going to be there at that time. I'm not going to be there 2 hours later. I think it's hella late. I mean, and I'm talking about like, tacky now. The term late as in tacky. For you to be coming there like 2 hours late, sis, is completely ridiculous and tacky of you. But everybody starts to pour in. Kenya says that she wants to, play a tea game. So she has like this game where everybody writes a little bit of fun tea that they know about each other on the cast. And Candy and Sheree and me and God and everybody else who has some common sense is looking at Kenya like, why would you want to do this at a child's birthday party? But it's her party. She can cry if she wants to, child. But anyway, so everybody is writing down on a piece of paper. They scribbling down, they writing down. And baby, listen, the first question I guess the first bit of tea that was spilled was Candy was sucking dick in a locker room. Candy was like, who said that? Like nobody's owning up to writing that note. Can you say it wasn't me? Sheree said it wasn't me, but Sheree said, but she been sucking dick everywhere else. So why would it be so far-fetched that she sucked dick in a locker room? Like, why is she so mad? Like, since you suck dick everywhere else, but a locker room is against your moral value. Sheree had me crying. Sheree funny as hell, y'all. Sheree is funny. Then she was up there like, and I'm trying to listen to Kenya's orders. Actually, Kenya said that Marlo wrote it because she said that Marlo had the orange marker that it was written with, and she was the only one who had an orange marker. So I think that it was Marlo who wrote it. I really do, but it was definitely Sheree. It wasn't Sheree though. It was really Marlo. That's what Kenya said. Kenya said it on I think the Wendy Williams show. She said that the note was written in orange ink, and the only one who had orange ink was Marlo. Nobody else had that. So I remember Marlo saying it before. See, me and Mocha right here. We right here, Mocha. So listen. The next one is I think so it was two questions after this. It was another one was about I think Lay Archive and Kenya had said that she tried to go on the site and she couldn't get in contact with nobody, and Marlo basically threw her right back at her and said, well, you contact us and we decided we want to talk to you. I was like, okay, Marlo. I see Marlo's been sharpening up on her wittiness and her Marlo didn't used to be quick like that. So Marlo, because she wasn't quick, she would throw very low blows, but now she's getting more quick on her feet. I see how you upgraded Marlo. I like Marlo on the show. I don't know about y'all, but Marlo is giving me everything. I'm loving her. She should have been an addition on the show, period. But Andy has his favorites. For some reason, we was able to make Drew Sidora a housewife, but Marlo couldn't be one. I don't get it. Yeah, Marlo's definitely earning her piece, J-Dub. But listen, y'all. So the next question is, well, not the next question, but the next little bit of tea is, Sheree doesn't pay her assistant, but Sheree already knows who said that, and it was Drew Sidora. So then she's up there like, that man never worked for me. And then, Drew is sitting here like, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just relaying a message. Nobody told you to relay no damn message, Drew. We don't give a damn about motherfucking Anthony. No, nobody care about him. I hope he never get that motherfucking money. Clown ass nigga. I hope he never does. At the end of the day, he decided to lay down his dignity and his self-respect down by the riverside next to all of his burdens. And he decided to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta to be a messy bitch. And he ain't even attached to one of the it girls. Like, you attached yourself to Drew. Like, that's gross. Like, Drew is so cringy. And this is the link that you wanted to be on the show. Anthony, you're fucking pathetic. I would hate to be your parent, sis. I would hate it. I would hate to be your parent. I would be cringing at all of the scenes that you're in. You're a fucking bum. You're a fucking piece of shit. You're a piece of shit, Anthony. It ain't nothing about you will ever pop. The America would never like you. The best that you're probably gonna do is get an offer to be on Bad Boys LA and get your ass whooped every scene because you don't pique my interest as a bitch who got hands. Because you got a little bit too much mouth. See, people who got hands don't talk too much, and you talk too much. And for my taste, I would have been popped you if you was around me doing that shit that you're doing. And then to add insult into injury, so. Can't, like, Sheree is basically trying to talk, and Drew is over talking her, and she's like, "Let me talk, bitch, you ditzy bitch." And then Drew's like, "Whoa, do I'm a bitch now? Like, did it have to be that far? You're really mad." And she was like, "I'm not mad. You're not letting me speak, bitch." And I'm like, "Dang!" I was like, "You really starting to get it? You really starting to get, Sheree riled up." I think Drew finally met her match. I mean, she definitely. And when I say I met her match, I mean, she definitely couldn't do anything with Kenya last season. But I mean that this is going to be a person who's really going to give you everything that you've asking for. See, Kenya was paying you last season. She didn't give you the smoke that she should have given you. She should have literally destroyed you. But Kenya was taking a high road with you for some reason, but I don't know why. But Sheree is definitely not going to do that. She's going to be on your head now on from every episode on, until the reunion. And when, like, in the midst of her talking, Sheree has a friend right next to her, and Sheree friend was like, "Is that boy Anthony that was telling you that Drew's husband was gay?" Baby. Baby, if you didn't like, if Sonya's face did not crack, Sonya was like, like, I was like, "Sonya, welcome to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The shit has officially started, sis. Welcome." Bon voyage. You're gonna be on the trip. And then Drew was up there like, "Don't ever bring my husband up. Don't you ever play with my husband like that. You don't know me or my family. Don't talk about my husband." And we was up there like, "But Drew, she's not saying that your husband is gay. She's saying that your assistant who you're relaying messages from has been the same assistant that has been telling Sheree your business as well." And she's told Sheree that your husband is likes to dib and dab and penis, that he might like a little Buddha on the side, which is completely fine if that's what you like. But I'm just saying that he's going around spreading rumors about you. So what validates his claim against Sheree, but against you is not true. But Drew wasn't even fucking listening. See, Drew just listens to respond. She doesn't listen and absorbs the information. And then she gonna have the nerve to tell us that this nigga gonna be on probation. What? See, Drew, you're a fucking clown. So you mad at Fatum, but not the motherfucker who was actually going around telling Atlanta that your husband is gay? And how would he even know that your husband is gay? Y'all, Drew is a fucking dumbass. Drew is so fucking pathetic. You're so cringy, pathetic, sis. Like, you have nothing going on. Like, you literally are getting embarrassed by production, the women on the cast, your husband, your assistant. Like, at this point, sis, it's giving Black pain. because her husband is gay. I don't know if her husband is gay or not. I can't confirm or deny that. I don't know if my gaydar went off. I feel like he might be a little bit pan, maybe bi, but I don't think gay. I don't think he's gay. Now Eric off Ready to Love, that zesty nigga gave me gay immediately. But this nigga, I don't get gay from him. I get, maybe bi, pan, and whose business is it anyway? Are we still outing people in 2022? Like, is that a thing still? Like, why is that even a topic of discussion? So I'm saying, like, it doesn't even matter if he gay or not. That wouldn't be surprising to me if a man, is married to a wife and has kids, and he also likes to get a little bit of dick on the side, So at the end of the day, that's his business. I don't give a fuck, honestly. I don't care. I don't even. I'm look now. Now, Drew, if you wanted to, pass your husband over here, and a little bit of dib and daberation goes on, that'll be that. But I'm just saying, but at the end of the day, don't nobody give a fuck about your husband at all. Period. So at the end of the day, Anthony, you're a fucking clown. Not if his wife don't know. J-Dub, get out my comments. J-Dub, I'm done with you. But listen, y'all. Candy is basically like tapping Drew on the shoulder and is up there like, Drew, are you even listening? And Drew was up there not even listening. And she's up there like, this man has been spreading rumors about your husband to people, and you're talking about he's on probation, and you want to cuss out Fatum. But Fatum is just sitting here telling you that the same way that he's spreading rumors about Sheree, he's been spreading rumors about your marriage and your man sleeping with other men. So maybe you shouldn't be spreading gossip that he's telling you because he's messy. And maybe he shouldn't even be in your circle because he's messy. But see, like, I'm going to tell you something. Drew, Anthony is a literal reflection of who Drew is. Thirsty, attention-seeking, desperate, down and out, gutter butt, bad built, the list can go on and on. At the end of the day, Drew, I'm so confused. Do you even listen to yourself speak? Do you even listen to everything that's happening around you? You're a fucking idiot. Truthfully, Drew, a damn fool. A damn fool. They should have never gave you a motherfucking peach. I don't know how you're still here. Can someone please call 911? I mean, can somebody please tell me why Drew is here? It's giving me very much Paul energy from Ready to Love. Why are you here? We do not want it. Return it to sender. My God. And then Drew, so after everything had transpired and everybody's leaving, they sing her happy birthday, talking about Brooklyn, because Kenya said at this point, it's a little bit too many bitches flying around here. And of course, when we put a group of white women in the room together, with around black women, of course, it's going to be one of the Karens that's going to pop up. And then one of them, while they're yelling about, bitches and stuff like that, she's up there like, my kid is here. My kid is here. My kid is here. Ma'am, where was your kid when Candy was talking about sucking dick in the locker room? Well, your kid was nowhere near anything, but I can understand you don't want your kid to be around, around bad energy. But sis, you didn't have to make a damn scene. You could have took your ass on and left, and none of us needed to hear you. All right, none of us needed that. We do not give a damn about you having your kid here, bitch. We're filming a scene. You knew damn well you was coming to a Real Housewives of Atlanta event. Fuck your kid. Sorry about it. All you raising is another privileged white person that's gonna sit here and get all the opportunities that black people should get anyway. So at the end of the day, if she hears a little curse word, it don't matter. How many times have you said nigga in private? How many times has she heard you say the word nigga? Let's talk about that, white lady. Anyway, let's move on. So now we are getting up, and Drew decides that she wants to, get buck with Sheree, and they're all talking about going to Candy's event, and it's up there like, I'm gonna have fun, and Drew's like, oh, you have fun, putting her hands up in Sheree's face, and Sheree's putting her hand in her face, and I'm like, Drew. Now I know that you mad that your man may or may not like a little bit of dick on the side, but don't get your ass whooped in this bitch, because let me tell you, Sheree look like a strong ass woman. Sheree look like she can bench press me, J-Dub, and everybody else in the comment section if need be. So if she tug on that wig and pull you down to the ground and start beating on you like King Kong, that's your business. But let me tell you something, Drew, you're not a fighter. You don't have it like that. You're not that girl. You want to be Portia, but you cannot be Portia. You want to be Portia. Marlo want to be Nene, and just I can't take it. Be yourselves. It's like, I don't like that. It's giving inorganic when it comes to Drew. And what makes it even more sad is that Drew has more scenes than anybody else on the cast. And I don't understand, why are the producers putting us through this? Like, why do I have to suffer with Drew and her zesty ass assistant? Why do I have to hear this like, mush mouth bitch talk about not getting paid? Paid for what? What did you do, Anthony? What did you do? What did you do that you deserve to get paid? You want bitches to pay for old stale tea that nobody gives a fuck about? I wouldn't pay you for you to be telling me that, Ralph is gay. I could care less. I could care less. My God, y'all. But anyway, that was the end of the episode, y'all. It really wasn't giving much for me. I wasn't really moved by this episode. I know a lot of other people were. Thank you, J-Dub. But I know a lot of other people were. It seems that a lot of people liked the episode. I did not. I do not like, gay niggas, demeaning themselves just to get a little bit of attention. Nobody's going to remember you, Anthony. And if they are, it's not going to be for anything good. Haven't you seen Twitter? They tearing your ass up. But maybe this is what you want, sis. I hope it's worth it. I hope being gay, being messy, being a little bitch is worth it. I hope it's worth it, because that's all you're going to be known for. Every single time I see you on the screen, I'm going to be like, oh, that's that Anthony bitch. I'm not going to be like, that's that funny dude, Anthony. That's that cool dude, Anthony. See, you want to know, Anthony? We like people who are themselves. Like Brian. We loved ourselves some Brian, from Candy in the Game. We may even like ourselves some Torin. I personally like Philip for my own reasons, but at the end of the day, bruh, we don't like you. We don't like the messy gay persona. We don't like it. We don't like it. Do better. Be better. I know your mama then go through 9 days of labor, not 9 days of labor, but 9 months of carrying you just to push out a piece of shit who just talks about women's business and spreads gossip on on TV. You don't want to go to college. You don't have any ambitions. This is what you want for your life. This is what you've been wanting to do. This is what it all boils down to. That's why I could never live in Atlanta, because bitches don't have anything to lose. They don't have no education, no class, no couth, no nothing. Bitches don't even have, mattresses and box springs. Mattress be on the motherfucking hard concrete. Because they like to live in them loft apartments that they can't afford. So they did it be empty half of the time. The beds be low as a motherfucker. I can't. But Anthony, you're a fucking embarrassment. You should be ashamed of yourself. You really should. And you're a terrible representation of what a gay man can be and is and should be. I hope they will never show you again on this show. But y'all, that's all I have for y'all today. Listen, I don't have it in me. It was boring. I'm sorry. I love Brian, Torin, and Philip and Andre. Andre. Who's Andre? Who's Andre? Ooh, y'all, they did Rashard so bad. Ooh, Lord. Candy, you dead ass wrong. And that's why I was like, that, like, I think that Drew has people around who is a reflection of her own self. That's like, I believe, um, what's his name? What's that ugly ass nigga name that worked for Candy that has a stank attitude all the time? What is his name? Like, he's so unlikable. He's so like he's just never happy. He's just so miserable. What's his name? And he don't like to admit that he gay either. Like, what's his name, y'all? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what it is. It's something Juan. It's Don Juan. It's Don Juan. Oh, thank you, thank you, Monique. Like that can't. I feel like Candy and Don Juan are two sides of the same coin. They haven't gotten along this well this long for no reason. Andre was Philip's Brazilian boyfriend. Boy, they fine. Philip, look, if you want to make an OnlyFans, bruh, I will not subscribe, but I will look at the previews that you might post on, Twitter. You know, I would definitely be here for Philip having an OnlyFans because Philip is fine, fine. Philip is fine. My God, Philip, Philip is my type of nigga. Look, Philip is my type. Like, I like the way he carries himself. I feel like I carry myself similar, in real life. I don't try to be as, of much of a hard ass, but I like to keep it professional in the streets, but I really like Philip. I know a lot of other people didn't like him, but I liked him. So and then he started to warm up. He started to, get a little bit better as the episodes progressed, and he started, get a little bit more lenient. But yeah, Philip is my type. I love me a professional ass nigga who takes care of his body, who works out, kid got the body good, Yes, for the Philip. But y'all, that's really it. That's all I have for y'all. I have to go. I have to make sure I watch this, put a ring on a review to put myself through all of this black pain, so I could do this review with Miss Aubrey. Okay. I'm tired of watching Shorty in her black pain. And then Shay in her black embarrassment. And then, Otis and his black narcissism, child. I'm tired. But I'm gonna do it like we almost at the end. We almost at the end, y'all. We almost at the end. So I don't have that much left. But y'all, before I get off this bitch, like my motherfucking video, please. Please, can y'all like the video? Pretty please, with sugar on top. Like the video. Don't make me beg. Don't make me beg and plead for y'all to like the video, okay? Like I said, for the niggas, y'all gonna get y'all ball sack gonna get shrunken up for the next 5 days if y'all do not like the video. Then for the women, like I said, that bacterial vaginosis is not going to clear up. I know you still testing it. You've been trying to figure out why your pH balance is off, sis. It's because you have not liked the video. Put the Summer's Eve douche down and like the video. It will alleviate all of that. Take all the yeast about the situation, okay? Mocha says she liked it because I don't want BV. Right. Mocha, let them know if you do not want bacterial vaginosis, if you want, like the video for a good pH balance. Okay. Like use the like button as a punch Anthony in the motherfucking jaw button. Okay. Like use every like will be a punch to Anthony. Can we do that? So y'all, I love y'all. I finally made it on camera, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video, okay? I love every single one of y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in a few, okay? And good night. Good night. I'm about to go smoke my blunt. Black pain.